Howdy, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath. Oh crap! I forgot to take the stickers off of that. I'm back. It's me, Manic Mark. Making a video today, right now, because the wife's had a migraine for like almost an entire week now. Anybody out there get migraines, chronic migraines, or live with somebody? They'll flip and drive you totally fucking insane. There's no other way to put it. It's horrible, of course, for the person that's got the migraine, but there's no way of getting around. Never mind. It's not what you think. A migraine's just not a typical headache. It's way worse. Okay. Nobody needs to hear that. Oh, let me tell you about my chronic illness. You think your chronic illness is bad. I'll top you with a chronic illness. And if I don't have a chronic illness, I'll go out and buy one. Alright, start with something cheery. Let's just go to the cheery stuff. Let's see. So, I went to the store, I took the truck, because I haven't driven it. It's got a V8 engine in it, you know, like sucks the gas, right? So the battery's going down. So I took it to the store, came back. That's not part of the story. Well, it is, because that's why the truck was parked outside. So I thought, I'll take Hoover down and we'll park it, because I got to drive it around and park it and everything. Give him a little bit of a walk. And I put him in there, and we drive around. And then there's some beer in the back. I can't carry that. So I have to drive back to the house. I put the beer in, make a couple of trips, there's some water and beer. And then I open the door, and he's pooped all over the front seat, Hoover's. So I got to go get a paper towel, I clean it up, I come back, and there's more poop. And so I clean that up, and then we park the truck. Okay, so at the end of the stories. Now, the first thing I want to do is talk about eBay and buying records on eBay, and that when you buy a lot of records, not like a lot, like a vast number of records, but a lot meaning more than one, which constitute a lot, is to check to make sure that the person that's selling the records just isn't selling the covers without the records. This is for my friend Nancy. I didn't know what that meant. Face plant or face bomb or face bomb or something like that. There's a name for it. Like when you do something, and I didn't get like somebody else like, hey, how come there's no records? I went back and looked, in the really small type, he's like, there's no records. Dumbass. It's right into the description. So I didn't get angry, it's okay. But I'm going to show you, I already threw out 2 or 3 of them. The reason why it didn't dawn on me that there wouldn't be records because it was a collection, and there were some records in there that nobody would ever try to sell, even with the record inside of it, like some really, really common stuff. But there were 2 or 3 covers that looked pretty good, and I thought, well, if I got the records with those, then it would be worth the price of the lot. And those covers, for this Jayne Mansfield cover on FDR, okay, Enoch Light and Vincent Lopez. It's just a throwaway budget record, but it's a great. I guess she's got blonde hair, but it kind of looks silver on the cover. But it's a great photograph of Jayne Mansfield. Okay. Who in the hell is this? I have no idea. Shish Kebab. Eddie the Sheik. Oh, it's Eddie the Sheik. One of his records, belly dancing records. Pretty straightforward folk music package for the. What the hell do I care? There's no record in it. Oh, Jesus. This looked like it could have been good. A budget record. Tony Barra and Quintet on Fortuna. Okay. And there's no way, because the thing of it is that people that sell records, usually on eBay, are not going to sell. Seldom. It's probably very seldom that you're going to find a good record inside a trash jacket, unless it got wet. Okay. Anyway, there were 2. Oh, that's a big. It's not. One super. I think I actually got that one. These are actually a great series of records, of super hits. It's a covers group that does the popular hits of the moment, and there's great copy on the back and everything. They're cheesy. It's cheesy covers. Okay, and along the same line, it's on Springboard. It's big hits. I was looking forward to that. This looked good just because it's a total budget ultraphonic. Okay, but it's some kind of compilation album. But it had a great cover on it. And last but not least, I was really looking forward to this country album with the Cheesecake model in the front wearing the high heel cowboy shoes right there. Now, why would somebody just sell covers on eBay? Some people don't understand that. Well, normally like a record store guy gets into a lot of records, and a record like this could be just kind of trashed. And instead of, trying to sell it for 50 cents or a buck or whatever, they'll just throw the record out, and they'll use the covers to protect other records that they send through the mail. Okay, but in this case, the guy just decided he would just sell the cover. Anyway, and it's not that the covers don't have value, because you might have a clean record and a crap cover, but to find somebody, and some people just buy the covers, I guess, apparently. I don't know. Anyway, but to make me feel better, I've got this lot of None Such records in the mail today that I paid $12 for that included shipping. So, it was fine. It's fine. It all evened out in the end. Big Lots has them. The chronic illness aisle. You don't know what's wrong with the illness, though. When you go in there, you got to try to figure out what's wrong with it. There's a couple of records in the lot. There are 5 records altogether. A couple I didn't care about. And I won't trade them away. After the Ball, Festival of Trumpets, like really kind of like not my cup of tea, but I already listened and blogged this. I'll put the link in the description thing below. It's Donald Martino and Charles. He's very well known, but I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. And this is the name of the musical group, which I'm not going to try to pronounce either. Okay, so it's done by them and with the conductors, and it's kind of obscure. There are copies out there, but it's nowhere online. So actually, this is the whole thing. I put the whole thing up because the whole thing just plays through kind of like your regular avant-garde of the period, almost like television, kind of like television drama, science fiction-y, maybe a little bit. Anyway, now what I haven't listened to, and I'll probably have to go find the other volumes. Apparently, there are at least 6 volumes in the series. It's the Spectrum New American Music series, Volume 5. It's a jazz ensemble. It's just all kinds of percussion. I think it's got to be avant-garde. I got to say that. There's too much to go into on these things. But the condition of the record, at least for this one, was excellent. So very happy to get those 3 records for that price. Now, we're going to go on to the records that I found today. Just very few. Half-price books, 50 cents. I picked up a copy of Mille Torme. I Wished on the Moon. It's just kind of an unusual cover for Mel. It must be later on in his career. It's on Metro, though, so it's on a label that... Anyway, I wondered, he does a cover of When the Sun Goes Down, in the evening when the sun goes down. Kind of a bluesy thing there, which I'm interested to listen to. It's the Ukrainian Hit Parade. I just had to pick it up. It's going to be folk music. They're probably still playing the same songs, even today. Sometimes you can't read the box because all the type on the box is in a foreign language, so you're like picking up a bad heart condition or something like that. You can't read the box to know exactly what kind of chronic illness you're picking up. Pete Fountain. It's a Pete Fountain album I haven't seen before. Music to Turn You On. So it's the groovy Pete Fountain. And I've got one album by him where he gets groovy, and it's bad-tastical. I have to thank Carl, my good friend Carl, for the term bad-tastical. So this is probably going to be bad-tastical too, especially Casita Royale, something stupid, music to watch girls buy. I hope it is. Now, one-on-one strings. One-on-one strings I've never seen. Of course, there are 101 million one-on-one string albums out there, so it makes sense that I haven't seen all the covers. But in this case, it's the Beethoven and the Go-Go Twisty Girl there. All right, and all the tunes, the tracks are heavy-duty classical music done by Petro Diro on the piano. What could this be? This 101 is wacky. So I bought that. I picked up some kind of lounge album. Ronnie McDowell. That's not the guy that was in the Planet of the Apes. This is somebody else, okay? He's got to be kind of a Tom Jones knockoff. He does Delilah. Now, quite a while ago, I found a really bad disco album with an atomic explosion on the front, and you could hardly tell. It was just so bad. The graphics were so bad, you could hardly tell it was an atom bomb. In fact, it had the wrong record in it, but because the cover was so garish, and the music on the record was so bad, I featured it anyway. I blogged it anyway. This is a part of the series. It's Disco Gold, and this is Volume 1 of Disco Gold. And these all won't be disco songs on here, I'm telling you, but many of them probably will be, and they probably won't be very good. Bobby Hackett. Why am I finding so many albums by Bobby Hackett recently? I don't know. This is like the third one. Bobby Hackett. The last one by him had some kind of babe with her face leaning over. And I don't think it was the same one. I'm pretty sure it's not. But here he is again with some kind of easy listening album with a babe leaning over, face leaning over on the cover. And this just happened to be last. Why, I don't know. It's Claude Bowling, whoever he is. But he plays a pretty giant piano, at least a big one. Okay. That's the end of it. Oh my, I opened this beer and I didn't drink any of it. When a migraine gets to be really good, a really good super duper migraine, you gotta go to the emergency room and sit for at least 8 hours in really uncomfortable chairs around people you really don't like very much. That wasn't funny. Of course it's not funny. Why? Because you just opened your beer and you didn't drink hardly any of it. So do you think beer makes you funnier? Yeah. In those films when you were a kid, it said when you smoke pot and do drugs, you're a lot funnier than if you don't. But you're not funnier. That's right, you're not funnier. But your friends who are smoking pot and doing drugs think you're pretty damn funny. So in the reality of the situation at that moment, you are funny. Now if you take your skills on the road and like go to a youth meeting at a church and you try to tell a joke while you're stoned out of your head, you're probably not going to get the laughs that you would if you were telling a joke to your friends while they were stoned out of their heads. That's the reality of it.
וישקדל וישקדש שמי רבו מעולמו דברך ירוסי וימליך מלכוסי בחיי חונו ויומי חונו בחיי לכל בית ישראל בגולו בזמן קריב יאמרו אמן
יהי שמי רבו מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיו ישבורך
לאלו מן כל ברכוסו ושירוסו תושבחוסו ונחמוסו דאמירון ביולמו ואמרו אמן
ישקדל וישקדש שמי רבו ביולמו דברך ירוסי וימליך מלכוסי בחיי חונו ויומי חונו וחיי לכל בית ישראל בעגלות בזמן קריב אמרו אמן יהי שמי רבו מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיו יסברך וישתבח ויספאר ויסרומם ויסנשא ויסהדר ויסהלל ויסהלל שמי בקדושו ובריחו אלו מן ישקדל וישקדש שמי רבו ביולמו דברך ירוסי וימליך מלכוסי בחיי חונו ויומי חונו וחיי לכל בית ישראל יסברך וישתבח divrach Yerusei v'yamlich malchusei. V'chaye chono v'yomei chono v'chaye dechol beis Yisrael. Ba'agolo v'zman kori v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabba mevorach l'olam ul'olmei olmayo. Yisparach v'yishtabach v'yiskrahar v'yisromam v'yisparach.